Ilona the Fairy Queen is one of the most interesting characters in Hungarian folklore, with mysterious origins as well. Fairies, or tünderek, feature quite prominently in Hungarian folktales, so much so that another name for the Milky Way has been the Fairy Way in the past. Contrasting a bit with other European cultures' fairy myths, Hungarian fairies often transform into other creatures, marry human beings, are connected to royal lineages, and often live in palaces underwater. One fun myth is that the gold found in rivers is basically either fairy dandruff or even fairy urine. Needless to say, these legends are extremely diverse and they vary locally. Whether Hungarian fairies are good or evil depends on the story too. Many stories blur the line between a fairy and a witch, and also another supernatural creature called a szépasszony, or fair lady. And the records from medieval Hungarian witch trials sometimes include explicit accusations that the woman in question was a tünder. The most famous fairy, Ilona, could sometimes be good or bad too, and she features in a host of stories. Perhaps her most famous story is Prince Arghilus and the fairy Ilona, collected by Nandor Pogan. Arghilus learns the golden apples that grow from his father's tree get stolen by 13 fairies disguised as ravens each night. He catches them and falls in love with the fairy Ilona, but she says she can't stay. Then Arghilus climbs the tree, asks the sun, the moon, the wind, and the king of animals where she is. And eventually, he finds her captive by a witch or a magician, and he frees her, and they live happily forever after. There's a lot of other details usually thrown in. Ilona's myths often involve transforming into swans or birds, and they often involve great trees, inspiring some anthropological theories. Psychoanalytic anthropologist Geza Roheim compared Ilona myths to those of the Mansi or the Vogel people, the closest linguistic relatives of modern Hungarians, and he associated her with a swan goddess in their traditional mythology. Mihai Hoppal, an ethnologist specializing in shamanism, focused on the prevalence of trees in Ilona stories, and he compared them to Central Asian practices involving world trees that shamans must climb for wisdom, with birds sometimes representing the shaman's soul. There's still so much to uncover about the origins and influences of the Hungarian language, folklore, and culture. And if you'd like to explore these questions, follow me on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and subscribe to my podcast.